There we go. Hold on. Okay, can everybody hear me now? Because I think that my like earpiece was hooked up, the stupid Bluetooth, and I had to take it off. Can you hear me now? No one's okay. Nobody's. Okay. All right. So so weird. I usually am wearing it around my neck, so it usually picks me up anyway. But this time around, it didn't because it's downstairs and I'm upstairs. Uh, somebody come. Okay. So like I was saying before, a lot of heavy things have been going on right in my personal life, and it's part of the reason why I haven't really been able to post as often. It's been like down to like one video a week, and then a live stream. um, it's becoming more and more difficult as of right now to really give you the content that I've been kind of promising. That Throwback Thursday video, like I've recorded one, but it wasn't the one you chose. I should have posted it anyway because I already recorded an Aaliyah video that somebody asked about. I already recorded one. I just never edited it, and obviously, I never posted it. So I don't know. Maybe I will take the time to do that and then post that next week, while at the same time working on the '90s female vocal battle you guys wanted. I'm still trying to figure out the format for that, so that's the reason why that's not posted yet. Um, yeah. So, oh, trying to like not cry right now. Like I said, there's a lot of heavy stuff going on right now, and I'm trying to keep it together because uh, I'm not all there, but I'm trying to keep it. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it together. Um, so some topics, some trending topics this week. Uh, we'll start with the issue with this chick. What's her name? Haley or Harley, or I've heard both names. All I know is that she thought it was okay for her to record videos of her using the N word multiple times and saying, "Oh, I don't care if it's MLK Day. I don't care if it's Martin Luther King Day." She said, "Nigga, nigga, nigga, nigga." I'm like, "Oh no." I was like, when I saw that video, I was just like, nah, no, that can't be right. That can't be right. Like to blatantly come out and say it like that, I'm just like, really, really, girl. And then she's all saying that she's so, oh yeah, I'm University of Alabama, I think it is, and and she's in the sorority and all that stuff, and I'm just like, okay, let's see what happens to you then. And this is Alabama, and everybody, well, it's common knowledge that Alabama is probably one of the more racist states, especially in the South. That's where a lot of the civil rights movement, uh, you know, occurred, a lot of the marches and everything. So, I mean, it's still kind of apparent down there. But this girl is from Jersey, so it kind of like made me a little bit upset because I'm like, I'm from Jersey, so this chick right here, like, she does not represent Jersey. She's like, oh, I'm from Jersey, so I can say it if I want to. I'm like, there's no correlation. This chick is stupid as hell. And then the college they first the what is it? The sorority came out and they're like, this chick does not represent us. Okay, we let her go. Um, and then later on, the school came out and said that they expelled her for being a racist. Listen, you can't in 2018. Let's be completely honest. The only person that has really gotten away with being a racist is our president, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. um this chick right here, like, I don't know what the hell. And then she gonna try and issue an apology later on, like, oh, I didn't know what I was doing, and I it was a mistake and all this stuff. A mistake. And she's like, oh, I was drunk. I'm like, when you're drunk and when you're inebriated, you got all that alcohol in it, the truth comes out. the truth does come out. So, at least now, we know she's racist. I would rather somebody be openly racist and tell me right off the bat I don't like people of color than to, not like black people, not like people of color, and then try to hide it, and try to act fake about it. At least then I know, not to be around you, not to even deal with you. Um, but this girl right here, and then the fact that she tried to backtrack after all of that mess, you knew what you were doing. You posted all these videos, you made all these videos and stuff on Martin Luther King Day, so you knew exactly what you were doing. I don't want to hear that mess. She's just upset now because she's getting a whole bunch of backlash, and it's like, national news. It is what it is. Let the dragging continue. Anyway, moving on. We're probably gonna. I should have put 5H in the thing because I wanted to talk a little bit about them too. Maybe I'll just leave it for another time. Um, moving on. Let's see. Oh, um, in other, uh, in other American racist news, we have. I don't know. I believe that they have gone through with it, but apparently they're barring the ability for Haitians, Haitian immigrants to receive visas for low skilled jobs. So if they're coming here to be like like a housemaid, or if they're coming here to be like a nurse's assistant or something like that that doesn't require much schooling or no schooling at all, they won't be approved for a worker's visa for that kind of a job, apparently. Now, for me, this is a problem because if, we are continuing to alienate ourselves from the rest of the world. Not when America has been built upon this entire rhetoric that, anybody can come here and make a better life for themselves, and, America, the land of free, home of the brave, and all this extra stuff that they spit out. Um, it's kind of sad that now things are turning the opposite direction, and we're actually pushing people away rather than welcoming them in. I have an issue with that. Another thing that I have an issue with is people actually defending this and saying, "Oh yeah, America first." I'm like, Yeah, but no. Like, you got to be somebody's like, "Oh, you must be an emotional person." This is First of all, there's this person who tried to call me out on Twitter, or rather, I called her out, and then she, called me emotional. Which, okay, fine. I'm actually somebody who holds my emotions in a lot, um, but okay. So apparently, you know me. But the fact that this girl she like defends Trump, I looked on her page just because I was like curious, because her thing has like a whole Trump label thing on it or whatever. And I'm looking at her page and she's like, "Oh, she has hashtag all lives matter." And I'm just like, "Oh gosh, oh no." First of all, she's a woman. Second of all, she's black. How are you a whole black woman and you are a Trump supporter defending Trump, especially after all of these allegations that have come out, and all of these all of these people who can't even defend him correctly? Like, if you're gonna defend somebody, stand by your story. Don't try to change up your story from "it didn't happen" to "I don't recall." That just doesn't make any sense. Um, or "I don't recall" to "it didn't happen." Like, again, it doesn't make any sense. I just have a problem with people. Um, she is so far in the sunken place. I don't even understand it. But I didn't reply to her tweet back at me. I was just like, I said what I had to say. Moving on. You know, yeah, being an emotional person. Maybe if people were a little bit more in tune with their emotions, a little bit more in tune with their humanity, then we wouldn't make such rash decisions like this. First of all, let's think about this. Let's think about, since they want to open more jobs for people, let's think about this on a business standpoint. Um, Haitian I mean, just immigrants in general. A lot of them who come over here, they do take the jobs that that are sometimes low skill jobs. I'm gonna say sometimes because you do have a lot of people who come over here to go to school and then they get like high degrees and then they're able to get like better jobs in the workforce. But um, for a lot of them, they come here just to start a new life and make some money doing what they are used to doing, whether it be cleanup type of work or desk jobs or whatever. Um, and a lot of the time, we take those jobs for granted, but they don't because it's a little bit better than probably what they were, dealing with back in their home country. Um, that being said, it's silly to think that, oh, this is going to open up more jobs. A majority of Americans don't want to clean people's toilets. They don't want to clean up after people. They barely want to clean up after themselves. Uh, a lot of and the fact that they're going to ban people to from getting visas for low skilled jobs. Again, most Americans don't even want these lower skilled jobs. Like they don't. It's, hardly anybody wants to be a dishwasher or anything like that. And it's not putting those jobs down. No, those people work extremely hard. Um, but again, a lot of Americans are lazy as hell. And they don't want to do that kind of work. Um, so let's be completely honest about the fact that those people are going to come in and they're going to take those jobs, and it's fine because there's not a lot of people who want them anyway. Why is this even a thing? It shouldn't even be a discussion. Why are we again alienating ourselves from the rest of the world in this way? um it really doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Not when this country was built upon the idea that people can come here and be better off. And it was open to everybody. Now we have such a there's just such a divide. It's really really sad. But it's funny how they targeted Haiti, especially right after these allegations against Trump for calling Haiti a shithole or a shithouse or whatever. He called it shit. Let's just be honest about that. Um, I don't know. It pains me. It hurts a lot. But anyway, moving right along. Um, So, yes, the Me Too movement, a lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people have been coming out. We know that since since like early last year, with everybody coming out about Harvey Weinstein and a whole bunch of other people. Um, and recently we had obviously we had well not obviously but recently we had Seal come out and he was talking about the hypocrisy of pretty much calling out Oprah and other people, even though he said he wasn't calling out Oprah. He was calling out Oprah. You wouldn't use like photos of her and stuff with Harvey Weinstein. If you were not calling her out, you wouldn't have used it. So I'm just saying that. um Let me see. So Seal, he came out and somebody accused Seal, and I think it was like his neighbor or somebody, a friend. She was an actress. She came out and kind of filed a police report against him, saying that he sexually assaulted her when she came to get like her salad spoon or something from him. Um, she had lent him something and came back to get it back, and she said that he like lunged at her, attacked her or something, and tried to kiss her and grabbed her breasts and whatever. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. She filed a report. Now here's the weird part. It's another story entirely, pretty much. Everybody know the comedian Aziz Ansari. Okay, I know him best from Parks and Recreation. um, yeah, I know him best from that show. I didn't really know who he was before that show. I didn't know what he was doing after that show. I just knew him for that show. Pretty funny guy, whatever. And he just won a Golden Globe. And some anonymous person, again, this person's anonymous. I'll say it again, anonymous, came out and pretty much got in touch with the media outlets and told them about this experience that she had with Aziz. And she was saying that they went on a date and everything, and they ended up going back to his place, and They gave each other oral, and she said, "Oh, it made me feel so uncomfortable and all this stuff." So then this is going to make things a little bit difficult, a little bit more difficult for women who and people in general who actually have been sexually assaulted and raped. She came out saying that she was sexually assaulted by him when in fact both it was consensual by, by her description of the situation. It was completely consensual. They both performed sex acts on each other. You had the choice to leave, and then if he, proceeded to block you from leaving or whatever, then you could, cry out and say, "Oh yeah, he did this to me." But you decided to put your head down there, girl. I'm just saying, uh, you can't call somebody out for doing something. She literally just had a bad date and then a bad sexual experience, and then she, decided to come out about it. I mean, like, okay, but that's not something that you just felt it. Like, if you really truly were sexually assaulted, then you go to the police about that. You don't go to media outlets like CNN and stuff, and whatever blogger, whatever they're doing right now. You don't go to them. You go to the police and file a report, and then the media will pick it up if it's, a big enough story. No, this person wanted to be an attention whore. They wanted to do something to hurt him, and it's a lot of people, especially now that we have this Me Too movement going on, a lot of people are really overly defensive of the people who come out um, during the movement, and you can't question them on anything. Like, as soon as somebody comes out and says, "Oh, this person touched me this kind of way, and I felt uncomfortable about it," everybody flocks to that person and forget about actual facts and truth and justice. Uh, the person is automatically looked at as a hero, and the other person is looked at as scum, even when they didn't actually do anything, and it's really sad. But I'm glad that my girl on, I think she was on CNN, she came out and talked about it. um, and it's there's always somebody who's attention whoring, who is taking it to like another level that it shouldn't be taken to. I mean, we had it already with the Black Lives Matter movement. There's a lot of people who came out after Black Lives Matter was like well set in stone and everything, and everybody understood the meaning of it. All of a sudden, we have these people coming out extra radical, tearing up property and everything else, screaming out Black Lives Matter, when in fact that's not what Black Lives Matter is about. But then, because of those people, Black Lives Matter is now looked at by some people as a terrorist movement, when in fact it's really not. It's a movement for justice and peace. Um, but of course, people only really ever pay attention to the bad more than the good, which, I mean, we all kind of do it, but it is what it is. Anyway, um, what is this? Hmm. Okay, so, um, Black Lightning. I already talked about it, but I'm like going backwards now. So, if you haven't seen my Black Lightning recap, go and check that out. I actually enjoyed the episode. I did. Um, the only issue that I had with it was like the action scene, especially the one at the end. I don't know. It just seems like I think his name is Crest, who plays Black Lightning. I don't know. His movements are so like solid and kind of stiff. I wish they would have a little bit more fluidity when it comes to um, the fighting scenes in the show. But I guess I don't know. His fighting style is more like solid and more structured than other fighters and other shows. Because I know on like Arrow, you have they're kind of stiff too. I think the only ones who like on Legends of Tomorrow, the one Sarah does a really good job of being a little bit more fluid with her movements. Um, I guess it comes with the flexibility. Maybe he's just not that flexible. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I'm excited for it, and I'm gonna continue to watch. What's up? Hey, what's good? What's up? Sorry, I was a dancer. Well, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. But I am excited about it. I'm excited to see Anissa become Thunder. We saw her powers activate the last scene of the episode, so I'm excited about that. I'm also, kind of excited to see about this villain Tobias Whale. I'm excited to see something about him because he seems a little like crazy, and I love me a crazy villain. I love like a mentally insane villain, like the Joker. My only complaint is the music. Yeah. They're like I don't know. It's like they're I don't know. They're I don't want to say they're making it too black. But I want to say that the the rap. eh, I mean I mean I guess. Yeah. I really don't have an issue with the music too much. I don't. I'm not even gonna say that I do. What is this? What is going on? Oh shoot. I'm gonna have to relocate. This is not happening right now. I'm so glad they kept Tobias as an albino. His voice is so smooth. Yeah. Mm. Well, I've already been on here for almost a half hour, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to get my charger up here. See if I can move this down. Oh, shoot. See this? Oh, okay. There we go. Mm-hmm. I'm here. I made it. Hello. Hi. Hi. You haven't missed much. The first part of this, we were talking about um, people like messing around with the Me Too movement, and then also a couple of American racist news, like the chick from University of Alabama who was saying nigger this, nigger that, and she doesn't care if MLK Day, she's gonna say it anyway. And then she came out with a stupid apology, but then she got expelled. Justice is served. Um, and then we were also talking about Haiti. Well, I was how they are trying to bar the um, work visas for low skilled jobs. Mm, excuse me. Oh yeah, I'm glad she got kicked out too. Actually, you know what? I really couldn't care less. To be completely honest, I mean, it's whatever. Even if they didn't, if they didn't, well, that would just mean that they were completely behind it. But at the same time, it's just like it's so common now. It's so sad that it's common, but it is common. And we see a lot of people coming out and saying a whole bunch of bull crap and just thinking that they can, be openly racist and nobody's going to say anything about it. Like she had to have known that people would have an issue with her, saying the N word over and over and over again and saying that she doesn't care that it's Martin Luther King Day. It's just the fact that she was from Jersey too. I was just like, girl, no. Oh, oh, excuse me. I'm trying to get some money up to go back to the studio. I'm going next. Well, actually, we're going next week. I have to. I hate that fake apology though. Yeah, no, she was so fake with her apology. Um, Yeah, no, I've been really trying to get myself together with this thing. Just like with both my mother and me working and everything, it becomes an issue um to really get in there. We don't claim her in New Jersey. Oh, I don't claim her either. I'm from Jersey. I please. I was like, she does not represent Jersey at all. Okay, she don't just no. Had the nerve to say I'm from Jersey, so I can say it if I want to. What does that have to do with anything? Um. Anyway. So yeah. The music. Honestly, it should have been done already, but some people are taking their times with what they have to do, and that's shade to my engineer. She resembles Kylie. Yeah, she resembles Kylie with no makeup on, thin ass lips. Um. Anyway, we're moving on from that because I really honestly don't want to give her any more full free promotion. Coyotes. Um. Mm. Oh, something else going on right now. This whole new monetization thing. I mean, it really doesn't affect me anyway because I don't monetize most of my videos. I'm not really doing this for the money. Um, so I just, it's not really that much of an issue, but I can see where it can be for a lot of YouTubers, especially if you're not at like over 100,000 subscribers. Um, yeah, especially if you're not over like 100K subscribers with like so yeah, so they've made a lot more to it. Like oh, I think it's um like over 1,000 subscribers and like over 10,000 hours or so or something like that. I mean, I've made it past that. Like I think well in all, mm, I think in all is like over 100,000 for me. Um, I kind of get why YouTube is doing that for creators like Lovely T. Yeah, 10,000 viewers of a video. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. See, I wasn't really paying attention too much to what it. I knew that it had something to do with the views, and then the subscribers themselves. But see, the thing is that oh yeah, I did watch Lovely T's video on it, um, like a little bit before, but I was like also doing other things for our 44,000 hours of views for the year. Oh, you guys know a little bit more than I do. Like I said, I'm not as present and I'm not like depending on this for money. Like I don't even monetize. Again, I don't even really monetize. How do you? Um but yeah, for certain people like it really just kind of makes it harder for them. Uh it's just it's a mess. Who's being promoted? Are we talking about Camila? I saw Camila ad and commercial today in an hour. Oh, I mean, I guess they're doing whatever they're doing. I don't even really care anymore. Like if they want to do all this stuff for Camila, fine. I don't really care. Um, and then 5H, I don't even really know what's going to go on for them next this year. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, that I meant to say they say Camila has not been promoted only for that 1 week before her release. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So they only really promoted her a like the week of her release or week before her release, and now they're not actually promoting her. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, I mean, it is what it is. You see what they do. See now they see. Now they see. I hope that they don't. I hope they continue to not promote her so that Camilleizers can see exactly what we've been talking about. See, they don't really get it. They're only interested in the. It's not true, but her fans are saying that. Oh, excuse me. Oops. Um, but even so, I mean, the hype around her album has kind of, I don't know. I guess because I'm not that present on social media, and maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think well, people have been talking about it, and then after that week, it was like dying down very quickly, and I don't know. I don't know. But I guess it's because I'm not in that corner that I don't really know. Promotion is everything. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do when I start really putting music out there. How the hell am I gonna promote? Um, it's gonna be a lot, especially because I'm not somebody who's that present on social media. I'm gonna have to be, but as of right now, I'm not. I guess I'll work it out with I'll work it out with the people in my circle here. She's very mainstream now. I know she is. I actually heard her song in the car on the way home. And I was just like, oh, here we go. But I mean, we all. I think it's paying for radio play and Spotify. I'm sorry, I keep on getting calls. My mom is calling me. Everybody's calling me. I'm like, ugh. I need to get a new camera and a new laptop. But it's not going to happen until I can get some more daggone money and I can use the money. I can't use any of the money in my savings. That's not happening. Um, what the hell is this? Is this it? This is it. Um, sorry, I'm like trying to open a pill bottle with just one hand. Oop, there we go. Ah, shoot. Lord. Okay. Come with me on a trip. Justin. Wait, what time is it? You have 25 minutes. I'm gonna mute here real quick. Okay, sorry guys. I'm gonna have to go. Some things are going on right now. But uh, I'll probably do an update on Twitter a little bit later or maybe tomorrow. But I hope everybody has a great night. Okay, take care.